Sometimes you're laying in bed, trying to sleep, but you can't. So, you end up thinking and worrying about 1,000 different things. You might worry about the things you did in the past, maybe something embarrassing or something that you wish you could change. Perhaps you're worrying about the future, like things you have to finish before a deadline. Or maybe you're thinking about our world. You might worry about the uncertainty of planet Earth and its future. There are many scenarios we can think of where humanity, the Earth, or both, cease to exist. It could be an asteroid, a nuclear detonation, or artificial intelligence taking over the world. Wherever it may be, those are only a few ideas that may or may not happen. In this video, I'll present to you 6 scenarios where humanity and the universe ceases to exist. Have you ever experienced the tranquility of looking at the stars? I remember during the pandemic, one of my friends came to visit me, and we decided to lay on my trampoline in the middle of the night, listening to the crickets chirping while we looked at the black starry sky. The weather was nice, probably 73 degrees Fahrenheit, with an occasional gentle breeze touching our skin. I felt as if I was surrounded by peacefulness. Funny enough, those same bright stars I spent several minutes looking at could cause the devastation of planet Earth. How? You see, when a star reaches their final stage, they explode. This is known as a supernova. The stars implode and form a black hole. But during the supernova stage, they release gamma-ray bursts, which NASA referred to as the most powerful class of explosions in the universe. So, if we had a star near us and this happens, the radiation of these gamma-ray bursts could shatter the ozone layer, leaving us defenseless against the ultraviolet radiation from the sun, causing global cooling and acid rain. You can already see why this will not be pretty for all life on Earth. The good news is that there's a very low chance of this scenario happening, as a gamma-ray burst being that close to Earth is likely to happen every billion years or so. Still, while being very unlikely, it can happen. Let's take a look at our solar system. Look at all the planets in motion, marching together. One false move, even by just 1 centimeter, and there's a possibility of disaster. For example, a change to Mercury's orbit could cause collisions. With that in mind, imagine that Jupiter's gravity pulls Mercury, which will cause it to cross Venus's orbit. That will be chaotic, as Mercury could crash onto our planet. And if it doesn't, well, it could still affect the orbit of other planets. For example, instead of being hit by Mercury, now we will face a possible doomsday scenario by Venus or Mars. Still, the odds are small. But if it does indeed happen, it could be in less than 5 billion years. Are you familiar with the Big Bang Theory? And no, I'm not talking about the TV show. Well, to sum it up, this theory explains how the universe began as a single point, smaller than an atom, which eventually exploded, and then it grew bigger, expanding into what we now know and see. But since then, the universe is still expanding. And that's where the Big Crunch comes in. In this scenario, the universe will eventually reach a point where it will stop expanding, and gravity is going to pull on the matter, making the universe as we know contract itself and collapse into a singularity, which in turn will cause a Big Bang. Imagine if this just kept happening over and over again. What if it has happened already? Don't worry though, because it seems the expansion of the universe is not slowing down. It's actually accelerating. That's good, right? Well, let's find out. Have you ever played with Play-Doh? You probably did at some point of your life. Do you remember how easy it was to mold it into whatever shape you wanted to? You can even stretch it, but there's a point where you rip it apart. With that in mind, if the universe keeps expanding, what could happen? Well, in this scenario, which is known as the Big Rip, the universe is going to keep expanding at such an alarming rate. Imagine our galaxy, the Milky Way, being stretched out, and all of its stars and planets are just pulled away from each other. Galaxies, star systems, planets, atoms, and even space-time are going to be dissolved, leaving behind an uninhabitable universe. If you reach this point, I'll let you know something. The previous hypotheses were just that, hypotheses. The odds of them actually happening are low, and some of them are even less likely to happen. But now, it's time to talk about what is known as the most likely scenario, where not only planet Earth will cease to exist, but also the universe. These last few decades, many observations have been made regarding this scenario, and it is the most accepted regarding the universe's ultimate fate. Due to the ever-expanding universe, the stars, planets, and suns will run out of fuel, because in this vast universe, there's not going to be a way to form new stars, as supplies of gas will be spread so thin. Then, the universe will meet its chilly end. The temperature of the universe is going to decrease until it hovers above absolute zero. That bright star which gives us light and warmth is one of the main components that makes our planet be able to have life on it. Planet Earth is positioned just as the perfect safe distance from the Sun, but that's not always going to be the case. In 5 billion years, the Sun will transition from burning hydrogen in the core to burning hydrogen around the core, forcing the Sun to expand and turn into what is known as the red giant. When the star reaches its maximum size, it will swallow planet Earth. But don't worry, before that, humanity on planet Earth might have already ceased to exist, as the Sun will boil away our oceans and make Earth be just like Mars. Either way, the Sun will eventually slowly cool down and emit lower temperatures, and it'll be just a dead star. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Take care, and see you soon.